Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Random Encounters Guild. Just wanted to jump in and play a little bit more of Blade Runner. I haven't been on in several days, other than our Sunday night role playing game. I had a wedding that I had to go to, and kind of took up most of my weekend. It was out of town, so yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to jump in and get into some more Blade Runner. So why don't we? Why is it not running? Okay, so let's continue. We were investigating. Actually, we have 2 or 3 investigations open now. There was a murder at Tyrell Corp, and we chased an arms dealer down in the sewers underneath the Anemoid Row. So we have several things going at the moment. And we left off, we were in our apartment. I'm not exactly sure.
Your floor number, please.
Give me just a second. Let me... Afraid that game audio is coming through a little hot. Let me pull that down just a touch. And everything else should be good, I think. So let's get back in our spinner and see where what we can find out. We've been... That's where we survived the explosion, was on DNA Row. Let's try the station, see if the lab has any new info. Probably need to download our evidence anyway.
Laboratory.
Fantastic. He's not even in there.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan of action to...
China bar.
That guy sure gets around. Interesting. Give me a hard copy of that.
Hawker's Circle.
Nothing there. We know that this is Lucy from Runsiter's Animals.
She looks familiar.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
So I think I need to go back to Animal Row and question that guy at the bar. Hey Jenna, thank you for jumping in. I believe I may have the audio set better if the game is too loud or I'm too loud or vice versa. Please let me know. Okay.
You got any discs from that camera?
I just serve drinks, pal. But if you're gonna sit there until I cough it up, well, here it is.
Aha.
Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to
go.
Kaya database. China bar.
Guza? Give me a hard copy of that. He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that. Guza?
I think that's the other Blade Runner. I'm so worried I'm going to miss something in one of these pictures. I just wind up clicking on everything. And it's always just something random like that.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Thanks, Brett.
Howie Lees. Bryant once got... Muddy Boots. Guess he's from out of town. Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before? The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me.
Roof. Ground floor. Lockup. Mainframe and shooting range.
Brett, were you proud of me for changing the stream information before starting this evening? Did I do a good job? I think I've pulled everything out of here.
Locked. No way through here. Hey, pal.
What's shaking, baby? Haven't I seen you around these parts before?
Could be. I get around.
You ever get down to Nightclub Row, you ought to check out my act. I'm just warming up the room, but it's better than a kick in the pants, you dig?
What kind of stuff do you do?
What kind of... You kidding, baby? I do it all! I am the direct extension of Frankie, Sammy D, and Dino Martini.
Who?
Man, you really must be dozing in Squaresville if you're asking who the voice is. You know, old Blue Eyes. The chairman of the board? Sinatra, man.
The guy's been dead for 20 years.
Well,
Yeah,
you're gonna
this
remember
is...
the name Gordo Frizz just
Jenna,
like
this
old
is
Blue Eyes.
Blade Runner from
I ain't gonna mark
1997.
you earlies just yet, but it's coming. I promise you.
Does this badge mean anything to you?
Ông đó đang nhìn mình. Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó? Đồ ăn ở đó rất là ngon.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisendaler at the Tyrell building?
Eisendaler. Oh, Eisendaler, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more to him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead. Thanks for your time.
I just know there's something I'm missing. I just don't know what it is or where it is.
Nothing else there. Impossible. That's impossible.
So there's nothing I can shoot.
Nothing more to find.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh? How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davey Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davey like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon. You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? Because I know them police issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere, if you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
You want to make it as a Blade Runner? You ought to do your own investigations.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think I did this last time. I went in there and bought that ammo last time. And I didn't save. And, I got blowed up. So I'm now going to save.
Ông đó đang nhìn mình. Cái đồ ăn ở đó rất
And that way I know I've got that good ammo. I actually forgot about that.
Locked.
Nah.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend is asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Maybe I need to go back to the apartment and go to
Do you know
sleep.
anything about insects?
I regret that I do not know, save that I feed them to my snails.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now, I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, sir. If you come back later, maybe I
think I'm going to try that. I'm going to go back to the apartment and go to bed, and maybe it will cycle through some time and give me some more clues. It's probably what I was thinking when I ended last time, was go to the apartment, and I just got to the apartment and didn't rest, so.
Your floor number, please.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time. Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Pretty sure I've got everything from here, but Ah.
A bomb. Give me a hard copy of that.
I didn't have everything.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Do you have audio on now, Jenna, or not? Ah, okay. Save me from having to type. This is Blade Runner. It came out in 1997 from Westwood Studios. And when it came out, if I remember right, it was on like 6 discs. And you pretty much had to have a state-of-the-art computer to manage it. And as you know, I've always been obsessed with Blade Runner, and I had it and ran it, but never finished it. I've already, just in the couple of times I've been playing this on stream, I've already gone past further than I ever did back in the day. But they put out an enhanced edition of it where they reskinned it and made it look better and run smoother. This is the original, though. This isn't the enhanced version. And I just thought it would be fun to play. Because later this year, there's a new Blade Runner game coming out that looks amazing. I can't wait for it to come out. We'll definitely be streaming that. No, I am Hank McCoy, but this is taking place at the same time as the original movie. This is meant to be, the events of this are concurrent with what's happening in the movie. You're just another Blade Runner on another case. That was kind of the spin on it, was that it was happening at the same time. I'm sure they would have loved to have had Rick Deckard be the main character, but then they would have had to pay Harrison Ford for the voiceover, and probably not going to happen. It is a point and click in the that you tell McCoy where to go, and
Eisendaler had used
things you can interact with.
The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted them bad enough to kill Eisendaler, so I figured they must be worth having.
So things you can interact with, evidence, you can click on, and he goes to it, and but a blue arrow is you can go into that place, and a green arrow is evidence you can interact with. But then otherwise, wherever you click on the screen, he goes to. But it's something like that. It's super easy to miss. Like that was, I've investigated this room a few times now, and I've never caught that disc.
It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the Nexus series, the kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for last year's infamous Lolita model, a big hit with the all-important dirty old man market.
Yeah, I got on and watched a little bit of it. I wasn't able to watch the whole thing, but
I recognized the logo on the envelope. It was definitely
but I
Animal Sales,
I definitely
but
jumped
I didn't
in
expect to
and
find hundreds of Chinion inside. I didn't know what it was for.
and
but I bet the
made an
farm it wasn't on
appearance.
Runsiter's books.
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant is from a ground car. The angle of impact was almost head on, and there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I think they're using Cyberpunk Red. That's what they were using with Fenrir. I assume that's what he'll use because he was really he was a real fan of that system. Oh. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I'm kind of interested to try Cyberpunk. I, of course, have Blade Runner, and I love it. I love everything about the RPG, the Blade Runner RPG, but I'm just kind of... I don't know. It may be interesting to try Cyberpunk just to be in the setting. Oh yeah, Eric is very adept at getting his hands on things early.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer. The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it was a Tyrell sales...
I always loved Fifth Element as well. I'm a big fan of the director, Luc Besson. No, I never saw Demolition Man. But I do love Fifth Element. I love all of Luc Besson's film, pretty much. But I'm also a big Bruce Willis fan, so therefore Fifth Element is automatically on the list. But see, that's it's the Rocky that always stopped me from. That was either right before or right after Stallone's version of Judge Dredd, which was a terrible, terrible disappointment. So Demolition Man may have not been high on my priority list because of Judge Dredd.
Ground floor.
Yeah, the new Dredd, the Carl Urban Dredd, is fantastic. I wish they would make a sequel to that. But I don't think it... And I know Carl Urban wants to do a sequel to it as well, but I don't think the studios are behind it. We all bought the Judge Dredd RPG and we haven't gotten into it. We need to do that this year. They were going out of print on it. And Modiphius was like clearing it out. And you could get the hardcover.
Mainframe and shooting range.
The hardcover rule book, and I got the rule book and I think a campaign book, and like I got them both for $7. They've been sitting on the shelf ever since, but like all of us got it. We all jumped in and got it all at once. We actually have discussed a show like that, where we
uploading personal clue database.
We play a one shot or an intro of a game, and then review it.
Clue database transfer complete.
That way you get a sampler, well, you just use the word sampler, but you get a intro to the game and how it works, the mechanics, and then some thoughts by some guys that play a bunch of games and are even writing a game. We had talked about doing that. This was a couple of years ago now, and it just never happened. But now that we're more set up for it, I was actually talking to Kevin the other day that we needed to revive that idea. So that may be coming. And I may be about at the end of the night on this. Not sure what else I can... Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can show that DNA to Chew. But yeah, I'd had that idea for a podcast, but it would be just as good as a live stream on Twitch.
What's Sebastian been up to lately?
Sebastian? He do what always do, nervous system. Very important to Dr. Terrell.
Where do I find him?
He had old building down the alley. Bradbury Hotel, I think. You walk down the alley, you find it.
You mentioned twins.
Yes. Luther and Lance. Siamese twins. Live above Miraji.
They're genetic designers?
Were. Till last month. Got the boot to shit camp.
From who?
Big boss, who else? Hey, you go ask them. I waste no more time. You think I nose around everybody's business, huh?
Miraji's some kind of DNA designer?
Yeah, subcontractor like me. He's funny though, like old movies. Miraji master chef. Twins go crazy when he cooks.
What about this Lance? What kind of guy is he?
Why, he like Luther, only different. Don't know which.
That's so?
One long hair, talk a lot, always big deal. Other more quiet, work much harder.
What kind of deals?
Sell this, sell that, no matter what, like salesman. Very hard to take, no trust, no way.
Did Lance sell something to Runsiter?
Who? Never heard of Runsiter. No time for charades. Sound like this.
We can put it on the schedule.
Like this.
You know I'm always I'm good for it. I have a spare copy. We could do it as a giveaway. Now see, I didn't even know this was here. All right, I'm not starting this now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off for the night. I'm just shocked that I somehow missed that this was even an option for me at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and save. And shut this off, and let's bring in some more Syrinscape for a few minutes. And Jenna and Brett, if you're still with us, thank you for joining me and hanging out. Got several people in chat, or at least users not active in chat though. Yeah, I just try to jump in and play these games. I was torn between this and Elder Scrolls Online. I'm thinking about moving my Xbox in here and playing the Telltale games, the Batman game and Wolf Among Us. I always love those games. Their take on Batman is one of the best I've seen. I was thinking about playing those on stream because that would be cool. But yeah, if you want to join us on our Discord server, you can join us there, and we jump around and play different games. Our normal game is on Sunday nights. Every other Sunday night we play a random game, jump from system to system, and then as things come up during the week, we'll play other things. As evidenced by this Thursday night, we're playing Blades in the Dark, which will be live streamed here on the channel. And as Jenna's been saying in chat, all of us in the guild are pretty bad about buying new games that seem cool and exciting and then sitting on them and never getting around to playing them. And that's one of the reasons we developed the guild, is to play those games. And we have to sit down and get into them. I literally have 3 right here next to me that I still haven't gotten into. I've got the Doctor Who game. I've got the Fallout game. I've got Forbidden Lands. All of these are fantastic games from fantastic companies. I just haven't had time to get a game together. But they are on the list to be played. So if you're interested in playing new RPGs, join us. And yeah, you can. Jenna is distracting me in chat. And our friends, Jenna and Allie and Vanessa, they are over on the Film Gamer Party. And they stream. They pretty much stream every Sunday night as well. And Vanessa has a morning show on Wednesday mornings, but it's on hiatus for a bit as she is recovering from surgery, and so she's going to be out for a while, but she will be back soon. It is always the highlight of my week, joining her for morning initiative. So but yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. And I don't think there's anybody live right now to raid. Nope, I don't see anybody. Okay. So yes, thank you for joining me, and we'll probably be back in. I don't know if I'll jump in Thursday or tomorrow night and play anything, but we will definitely be back Thursday night for more of our Blades in the Dark. The Carrion crew were in the middle of a heist and waiting on. We got left on a cliffhanger of what we were facing on this desk. Jenna is the GM of that game, and there's a creepy porcelain cat doll that is one of the most hideous things I've ever seen. And it actually exists. It's not just made up. It actually is a real thing, and it was on cam. But yeah, I'm sure I will love it. Jenna, it's gonna be awesome. As always, I love playing games that Jenna is the GM, and Allie is a fantastic GM and a great player, and Brett will be there as well. So yeah, joining us Thursday night, and between now and then, I may get on with some more Blade Runner or some more Elder Scrolls later in the week, and then Sunday night we will have Ragnarborg. We'll be streaming, possibly the final episode. Finally, it's been a long time coming. But yeah, we'll be jumping back into Ragnarborg, which is a Viking hack of Morkborg. It's been a lot of fun. Dice Goblin Riddles is playing in that. Commander Dan and Ned are my players in that game, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. They're trying to retrieve Mjolnir to give back to Thor so that he can have his weapon when Ragnarok hits, and they're nearing the end of their quest. So yeah, we'll have Blades in the Dark Thursday night, Ragnarborg Sunday night, and sometime randomly between here and there, we may have some more video game shenanigans. I hope you have a fantastic couple of days, rest of the week, and I hope to see you Thursday night for Blades in the Dark. Good night, everybody.